another episode.
Did you miss us? I hope you did, because I got some shit to say. I texted Asia earlier, and I was like, I am behooved. I am outraged. I am flabbergasted. What's some other $3 words to like?
$3 word.
Yeah,
what's a $3?
You know, like a fancy word, like you gotta, like one of them words you gotta Google. You know, like not an everyday word. But anyway, all of those.
Okay,
I'm
you pretty much hit the nail on the head.
Hit the nail on the head. So, boom. Of course, new job back in corporate America. You know, me and mini and microaggressions and all that stuff. It doesn't work too well with me because I'm kind of unapologetic, but I still have to be political and professional. So I decided to join the ARG group for pretty much black people, for niggas.
Okay.
And of course, I have to come in and I gotta, network, and I gotta talk to everybody and all this stuff like that, because I like doing that type of stuff. And I always try to find some way where I can kind of like, do something so I can kind of, rub elbows with with the people that I need to rub elbows with, because I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to go to the top.
Okay.
I'm not here to play. So while I was on this call, I was outraged and I had to turn my camera off because there was a segment that I felt that was literally, of course, we're talking about minorities and black people. It was centered pretty much based around how these new laws and all this stuff is about to come out. They're trying to erase us.
Okay.
They are trying to literally erase our people. And we don't proclaim to be one of those, podcasts where we keep up with current events and all of this other stuff like that. And, I advocate for voting and stuff like this and not pushing nothing down people's throat. But y'all, we got to vote, because let me tell you what's going on. So literally, and these states are pretty much in Florida and Texas. Literally, they just passed the law or trying to pass laws. Some of these, of course, you heard about the drag. We talked about that. So literally, if you're an illegal immigrant and you're in my car or house and the police comes, I'm going to jail too.
Okay.
There are a lot of campuses in Florida that are literally trying to erase Latino sororities and fraternities. Also, they are pushing for women who have had abortions to get the death penalty.
What?
Like, yes. And I was like, this is not real. You can literally, y'all Google it. Like, you can literally Google it. And it was so much stuff down the list that they were telling. I was like, y'all are literally trying to, like, literally, it was one lady on the call that was in Virginia. You know, the Virginias and the Carolinas and everything that's still considered, in the Bible Belt. She was saying that literally in her child's curriculum, they do not have Black history. How can you take that out of the, like, how can you just take that out of the school curriculum? They're literally passing these crazy ass, and I was like, I'm just, I feel like they're trying to do all they can now to erase black people and minority groups and marginalized groups because we're getting too powerful. But literally, if you had an abortion, they're pushing for you to get the death penalty.
Yeah, that's the craziest one to me, because I've never had an abortion, but to me, why are you, and I've been saying this ever since they, redacted Roe versus Wade, why are you in women's vaginas? Like, what does that have to do with you? And what, like, I don't understand why we just, and I know some people are pro-life, some people are pro-choice. That's perfectly fine. Like, that's your prerogative. At the end of the day, you had a choice. And other things that you did, these women should have a choice whether they want to have that child or not. Like, I get it, a heartbeat, it means, like, I understand everything. As a NICU nurse, I understand. But you cannot keep inserting yourself into people's situations. You don't know, you're not taking care of the child when they on welfare. Like, when they can't get welfare and they can't do this and they can't do that. You're not the ones fostering these kids. They homeless.
Yep.
You're not worried about what happens after they have the child. So why are you worried about the child being born? But then to go a step further to say that they're going to jail and they're going to get the death penalty. First of all, you ain't, like, you got more things to be worried about than if a woman had an abortion in the past. Like, there's so many other things that you could be worried about.
Yep. Like, how are y'all going to even police that? Y'all literally, speaking of, I would like to talk about that as well. This Nashville killer. Y'all can't even regulate a fucking young woman coming in with an assault rifle.
You know, I was walking past the TV on the plane, and somebody was watching CNN, of course, and I saw the headline at the bottom go, it's not gun control we need, it's mental health. So they're trying to put it on to say that if her mental health was in the right space, then she wouldn't have killed these kids. But the thing is, there are people who have mental health issues and they kill themselves, not other people.
Right.
So if you don't stop the use of weapons to do that, then you can cut that part off because we can't fix everybody's mental health in one sweep, but we can with gun control.
Right. And literally, in just the recent years, there have been mass shootings in schools everywhere, and I don't care. There is no reason for a civilian, in my opinion, you go hunting, all this other stuff, that's fine. But for you to have an assault rifle, an AR, an AK, or whatever the fuck they are, you live what you need. You get you a pistol. If you trying to blow a nigga ass off, there are a lot of ways. There are a lot of ways that you can do that, but having literally, army guns at your disposal, literally, I saw the video, and she literally walked in blasting off rounds, and they're up there, and media, you bullshit motherfuckers, y'all have preserved this woman. Had this been a black or like the last Latino guy who killed those kids in that Latino community in that school, literally had a whole, brought up the background, all of this other stuff. The only thing they said about her, she looked like a teenager. So they let her in the school. And mental health, you see how they're
Where was she hiding these guns? So I didn't watch any of it. You know me and current events, I don't let myself get wrapped up in things like that because I have enough on my plate that stresses me out. I don't need the world stressing me out. And I take on so much. I'm an empathetic person. I take on, and I have to block myself. So I'm not the one that sit and watch CNN, or when things happen, I don't go and watch the videos, and I haven't seen anything. But how, just because you're like a teenager, how did she get these large ass assault rifles in the school?
Right.
Like, where you had that at?
Right. And y'all just let her, she forcibly entered, breaking the glass doors and just walking in shooting. And I'm like, literally, I don't know. And I didn't read all of it as well. Because, of course, protecting your peace and literally watching the news is traumatizing. Yeah. It's really traumatizing these days. But literally, she's dead. I guess they killed her. I don't think she killed herself. But the way that they are preserving the details centered around this compared to literally all the other stuff we've seen when black and other minority groups, when stuff like this happens, I'm like outraged. Yeah. I'm outraged. And it's to the point where it's like, we need to start, we need to be like that. I don't know if y'all know about Eric Mays, the TikTok dude. Well, he's a city councilman and he does not take any shit. I'm like, I don't know. We need to start going to city council meetings or literally doing what we need to do on a local level to change these laws, because it is asinine. And it is, these dumb laws, you can't dress and drag, but it's literally Second Amendment rights protect you from literally having these guns. And I'm like, it's amazing how literally in their face, how much they're literally trying to erase us. Yeah. And everything that comes with us.
Yeah. It's sad because we never asked to be here in the first place. That's what's getting me. It's like, y'all don't understand that you're the reason why we're here, and now you're trying to say that we shouldn't be here. And I'm like, we did want to be here.
We didn't want to be here. We were in Africa minding our own
business. our black ass business.
Sure was.
And don't get me wrong, I've heard the stories of, people over there started selling their people, and that, that could all very well be true. But the thing is, if you didn't go over there asking for shit, we wouldn't have been here. If y'all asses didn't bring us over here, we wouldn't have been here. And I get that a lot of us now have, white and Indian in our culture because everybody started mixing together and stuff. But at the end of the day, the first motherfucker y'all brought over here wouldn't have been here.
Sure wouldn't.
They wouldn't have been here if it wasn't because of y'all. And now y'all trying to erase us.
Sure. Go back to where you came from, motherfucker.
You go back to where you came from. Let's start. You was in Europe. We was in Africa. The Indians were here, and y'all came over here. And now y'all act like y'all just.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
It makes no sense to me.
It makes no sense. I agree. So I'm just saying, y'all, we need to. it's power. It's literally power in numbers.
Yeah.
And these little laws. I mean, even if you just look up laws in your own state or in your own like in your own state, the crazy laws that they have. I'm like, a lot of this is centered around racist bullshit that literally cripples us and confines us. That's why in Florida, our baby, what's our baby name who had the Arizona tea, and Trayvon Martin can literally get gunned down, and literally a nigga who think he's on Neighborhood Watch Zimmerman literally has the right to act as a police citizen, whatever it was.
Yeah. Because I mean, when
I got him against that.
That's the thing. When I got my gun license, they were like, if you're not protecting yourself in your home, then like, okay, yeah, you went to court like he did, but he should have been found guilty because you in the middle of the street talking about you protecting a neighborhood. No, if you're not protecting your possessions, you have no right to shoot anybody.
Correct. You call the police, and this young man wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
And Zimmerman is still walking free, and you niggas is killing each other at Privé and clubs all around the whole town when y'all literally letting these people walk around free. But
well, I'm glad you brought it up because we did talk about how we weren't going to talk about politics, but ignorance is bliss. And like myself, and I'm not going to lie and say that I pay attention to all these laws and that I'm just the biggest voter, and like I'm not, but when you bring these things to our attention, now it's like, oh shit, we got to go vote, you know? And it's not just because it's a racial issue, but because some things just don't fucking make sense. Like they just don't. And so like for us bringing to the forefront, like these are laws that we're seeing, because they know that we're not paying attention to them. We're not looking up to see what the laws are. They writing shit down, passing it on to, you know, Congress and thinking that we never gonna see it. And a lot of us don't. But we have to like keep bringing it to the forefront, even for our little, you know, population of people, to say, hey, well, now you go tell your people, and you go tell your people, and you go tell your people that these are things that they are trying to pass. And it's ridiculous. It's just, I mean, the shit that I hear nowadays, you know, used to think you can't make this up. And now it's like, it can be the most off the wall shit you ever heard in your life. And you be like, well, yeah, it's true.
Yeah. And it's literally, you know, I wouldn't say we have not, of course, by no means overcome racism, but the things that our ancestors and our forefathers, or even just our grandparents, went through with segregation, entering in the back door and stuff like that. But the blatant systemic racism that's going on today is only going to get worse. And I'm like, we're not getting lynched on our back. Ain't nobody finna whoop our ass. We too powerful for that. We're too strong for that. But the way that they are crippling us with these,
doing it.
with these laws, it's like, y'all, this is pretty much, you know, it could be a full circle moment if we don't, you know, all that marching and stuff. Again, I'm not telling anybody what to do. All that marching and protest, please advocate your rights to voice of freedom and all of that stuff. But yeah, we gotta
start being knowledgeable about what's going on and going out and voting for people who are against those types of laws, because I'm floored that that's even being talked about.
Like literally, I'm like, I'm like, y'all literally, how a law that is banning Latino sororities and like y'all doing it in colleges, y'all trying to build walls, y'all trying to fuck with it, drag queens, trans people. I mean, literally everybody who does not look like this. And don't get me wrong, I love white people. I don't like racist white people. I love black people. I don't like niggas. So, you know, please, if you want to come in and you want to do all that, y'all racist stuff like that, please hear this soundbite. I love white people. I don't like racist white people. And if you're not racist, but your granddaddy and your mommy is, and I can't come over for supper without, you know what I'm saying, I don't like your ass either. I don't care. I said,
and it's ingrained in people. I will say that, because, you know, the same, like the white people who are our age didn't experience what their grandparents and great grandparents did to our great grandparents and stuff. So it's ingrained. And that's why when you see like these videos of little kids who black and white who call themselves best friends and will literally sit up there and say, what do you mean he's black? Or what do you mean he's white? They don't understand color. Like that's how we came into the world. So it just bothers me so bad that somebody could not like you because of the color of your skin and you didn't even have a choice on it being the color of your skin. Like that is asinine to me.
Yeah.
We don't say we don't like white people because y'all skin white.
Yeah.
Cause y'all turn red like lobsters in the summer. Like that's not the reason we don't like you. We don't like you because you racist.
We don't like you because you racist.
But you don't like us just because our skin is dark.
You scared when we walk past, you want to lock your doors and you want to, excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm more scared of you. I got more reason to be scared of you than you got to be scared of me. You locking your door, nigga. All you got to do is lock your door. You think I'm going to rob you when you can literally shoot me and my son?
And get away with it.
And get away with it. That ARG group, this diversity, this black group that I was telling you, it was a WebEx pretty much for everybody in the company to look at. And of course, I'm the only woman and I'm the only black person in my group. Okay. So I don't know. It's been, since I've been there a month, it's been like literally like a WebEx a week on just the different groups. You got Pride Alliance, you got all of these different things, and you know, they encourage you to join something you're interested in and also join something that is different from you. And I was like, I think that's really cool. So I'm just flabbergasted. I notice how a lot of my colleagues, they talk about golfing. They talk about all of these things that, you know, honestly, I can't relate to. Right. So when I'm going out to lunch with them and, you know, I'm new, so we have to go to these big corporate meetings and things of that, and they're making small talk. Some of the things that we talk about, I'm uncomfortable with. But I see that they watch other things. But when this one came on, they didn't watch this. And literally when they're talking about Latinos or black or what, all this these laws that I was telling you about, it's kind of like I had to literally break the ice at one of the meetings. Literally, they were asking me, "Hey, do you know this YouTube sensation guy?" I don't know him because, you know, I'm white. They was like, "Wait, oh my God, I can't believe you don't know him." I was like, "Well, you know, again, I'm trying to be political. Well, let me look him up. Let me Google him. Maybe I've seen him, but I don't know him." And I was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe." I said, "You do know I'm black, right?" And they all started laughing. Like, I had to break the ice. Like, stop playing with me. Yeah. Because do you know 3-6 Mafia, motherfucker?
Well, the problem is they do.
Do you?
They from Memphis, they know.
Name another civil rights activist besides Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
These rappers and stuff like that, they know them. They know them.
Exactly. No, can quote niggas in Paris song, but do you know that? Do you? I mean, come on. Do you? And y'all talking about, yeah, John Moran, he really does need to go to rehab. John Moran don't need to fucking go to rehab. He need to sit his young ass down, which I'm happy he back. Hey, I love John Moran, but that's all the office talk.
But the thing is crazy to me how they can distance themselves from something that he did as a young child, that y'all did the same thing and all y'all daddies did was get you out of it.
That's it.
He literally did the same thing. It's just nobody knew about it because your family was, you know, had enough money to hide it or knew a family attorney that was able to get you off. And like, that's the kind of shit that is so over my head. It's like you talk about somebody that did the exact same thing you did when you was in high school and when you was in college doing dumb shit.
Exactly. And that's the office talk. But ain't nobody talked about this Nashville kill, this white Nashville mass murder. Oh, but who brought it up? Ding, ding, ding. I did.
Was there a conversation
about
there
was. Yeah, that's so sad. I mean, oh my, the young lady, did you see? I mean, what was it? Was it, Black people, you would be proud of me. I soaked that shit. I mean, like, what was her deal? Like, was she mentally ill? Was she, oh my goodness, she's just a thug. These thugs are masking everything in mental health. I said all this shit. They were like, thug. Yeah. She's a killer. She's a mass murderer. Is it mental health or is it really she's just fucked up?
Well, that's what
we won't know because
they fucked up.
I was like, I am literally stunned at the lack of coverage on this. Literally so close to home, even local news. I told them all of that, and they were just listening. No, talk about it because John Moran ain't did nothing but entertain you white motherfuckers. And now he literally flashed a gun in a strip club, and he just wilding out as a young black successful rich man who's making a few mistakes. But literally, y'all are saying he needs to go to rehab.
No, for flashing a gun.
That he needs to. I guess he has quote unquote. What was it, anger management problems, or that he was, you know, pretty much the NBA is cracking down on him because he's like a really valuable player. The franchise is cracking down on him. So they're trying to make it seem to do some damage control. Yeah. Let's send him to therapy because it's a problem. And we're trying to make him look positive and light again. And it's like, nah, nope. I'm scared to go to Nashville. I'm scared. People go to Nashville all the time. I'm scared. I don't know. Like, do you think? And I was literally asking them, do you think that this is a problem? Like, do you see this? Oh, yeah. Nah, nigga. Come on, talk. Talk like y'all did about my black brother, John Moran. I'm like, I'm just so disappointed in him. You disappointed at a 24-year-old nigga that got a mother. What was his contract?
Yeah.
$300 million.
Yeah.
I thank goodness I ain't got a flashlight or a camera honed in on me on the shit that I did when I was 23.
Thank you.
And all I had was a refund check.
Thank you.
All I got is student loan debt.
Thank you. I mean, and we was rich then with a refund, but you couldn't tell us nothing.
Right. And I did some damage with that refund check. So you give me $300 million at 23, 24 years old. I don't know.
But the thing is, if he had done the exact same thing and wasn't a pro basketball player, we wouldn't even be fucking talking about this right now. Like, that's my whole thing is I hate, which is why I said I never wanted to be in the limelight. I never wanted to be a celebrity. I never wanted to, because people literally will pick you apart as if you're not still a regular human being. Yep. And then we'll throw a rock, hide their hand, and you throw a stone at their glass ass house, the shit gonna shatter. Because they've been doing the same shit for years. It's just nobody's there to talk about it.
Preach.
It don't make sense to me.
It doesn't make
it don't make no sense.
If your reputation is shot, then that's it. Everybody doesn't have a PR team, or money can't hide this, or people aren't as graceful when it comes to just like everyday people and stuff like this. So I mean, just, my goodness, just, I mean, literally canceling people, judging people, and it doesn't matter. Just like, I mean, if you're R. Kelly or something like that, that stain is going to stay on you. Right. But, I mean, the redemption, the lack of grace that our culture has these days, it's like, I'm finna be typecast. I'm finna be blackballed. I'm finna be all of this off of one mistake I made. I hit that bitch 20 years ago. Knocked her teeth out 20 years ago, and you motherfuckers calling me fucking Thanos, Iron Fist motherfucker. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't like it. So that was I was just so outraged, and I was like, Toya, your ass just got back on the scene and all this other stuff. Do not be in HR your first month back. But I was like, this is just, nope.
So we talked about this when we did the STEM that we talked about last week. Somebody asked about like, how do we let what we say on the podcast out to people that we work with, and like, do we let them in our personal life, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, and stuff like that? And so you mentioned that you don't, like, you keep it separate. And I actually said that I feel bad that she has to do that. That's the same thing I just said, is if I was ever a celebrity, I would feel so bad that I couldn't say certain things because somebody could turn it a certain kind of way. Or my opinion, I can't have a true opinion about something because somebody else doesn't like what I said. So it's the same thing with you being in corporate America. It's like, you have to keep it separate because, you keep it real on here, which I'm sure you still keep it real to a certain aspect.
Right.
At work, but you can't say it how you say it here.
Right.
But I think there's tact in everything, so you don't have to not be yourself. But for me, like, I'm this person at both my jobs. Like, for instance, yesterday something happened where this is the craziest shit. It was 2 black girls and 2 black women, 2 white women. So me and a black woman were on the crew. And we were working our second to last flight, and there's this Nigerian man and his wife were on the plane. And the service was like an hour. So we do just coffee, water, and tea. We don't offer a full beverage service because it's too short. That means we had like 30 minutes to serve. And so we were walking through doing our coffee, water, and tea or whatever. And she goes back through. The other black young lady goes through and does the trash. And he stops her. I'm in the back. And I'm so observant. If you really know me, you know how observant. I see everything. So I'm standing there looking, and I notice that they're interacting with each other, and she's smiling, and he's leaning over from the middle seat talking to her. So I'm just like, well, why is he talking so long? What is he talking about? And so she came to the back. She says, y'all would not believe what he just said to me. So I'm thinking it's not that bad because she's smiling. He goes, well, y'all skipped me during the service. But he directed it directly at her. Mind you, me and her on the same cart. So he goes, y'all skipped me during service. She says, oh, I'm so sorry. And she's looking around, like, trying to figure out how she could have skipped him. Like, what happened? She's like, well, were you guys sleeping? Like, what happened? I can get you some water now. Like, it's fine. He was like, no. He was like, I just don't understand why. Like, we just came from a 12-hour flight from Nigeria, and I think that you skipped me because I'm black. Mind you, he's talking to a black girl. So that's why she started smiling, because she was trying not to laugh in his face. But she was like thinking, like looking around, like she told him, she says, I'm black. What are you talking about? He goes, well, that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, if you're black just like me, why would you skip me on purpose? And at this point, everybody around is looking, and everybody else on the plane is white. So they're starting to look up, like, what is going on? Like, why is he saying this? And then he goes, well, I'm a lawyer, and this is not right. And so when they start throwing that word out, it's like this whole thing about people just try to sue for anything at this point.
Yep.
So she came back and told me, and I was like, well, you got to write it up, because at this point he's made it a racial issue. And I said, those get escalated to the top very quickly. And I said, so just put your side of the story in, and I'm sure he's going to probably write Delta. I don't know. It could have been just something he was making up. We don't know if he's going to write it up. But if he does, then your side is already in. Then our flight leader, who was a older white lady, she like 60. She went and stopped and talked to him, and he was fine.
You uncle.
And he gets off the plane, and he's smiling, don't say nothing else.
You smiling, cheese and...
Yeah, so I'm thinking, like, either it's a mental health issue, or like, what is going on? But for you to walk to approach somebody and say that, I think you skipped me because I'm black, and you talking to another black person, I am confused. Like, but it's the same thing. It's like, why do we have to make everything a racial issue? Why are we not just human beings? Why are we all afforded the grace to make a mistake? Why are we not afforded that I'm human just like you?
Yeah.
And your ass was turning fucking that private school down, when you was in school, but let me be, 23 in the club flashing the gun, and I need to be put on the cross and, crucified.
Everything does have to be a thing to the point where, like we said, it's getting desensitized.
Yeah.
Everybody's a victim now, so who's the real fucking victim? Yeah. So if someone who does really experience racial stuff, it's getting to the point now, we got another racial claim, throw it in there, and the only thing that's going to get publicity is if this gets put on the news, or if you go viral and put out your phone, then damn, we got to address this. Yes. But for the person, I'm like, come, niggas.
Yeah. But I mean, with me being the same way, I told them, I said, I can go talk to him, and they were looking at me like,
hell no.
So I said, you know what? I said, that'll be the last time he make that mistake and say that to anybody else, because I'm gonna go ahead and tell you it's tactfully, because I think for me personally, I think I have a lot of tact when it comes to situations that on the plane, everybody's like, I don't know how you do it. And sometimes I don't even know what's getting ready to come out of my mouth. It just, it comes out. So I think that me going up to him going, that's wrong, first of all. You saying that is completely asinine. And if you wanted a water, she offered a water 3 times. And if you didn't want it, the polite answer would have just been no, thank you. No one intentionally tried to skip you. But to use it as a racial issue is completely off the wall.
And I'm your sister. Like, you literally finna make my day harder like that over some fucking water and peanuts.
And the girl, you know how you just can look at somebody and can tell they probably one of the sweetest people on earth. Like, they don't have, like, she smiles when she talks. You can just tell she's like one of the sweet. Mind you, we just met each other the day before, and you can just look at her and tell that she's so sweet. She don't bother nobody. I said, they know who to pick on. Yeah. Because he instantly got her, but mind you, I'm on the same cart with her. But he didn't say nothing to me. I said, I'll go talk to him if you want me to, because we're not. I said, that'll be the last day he ever bring up racism if he ever fly Delta again. Because no. Right. No.
And you throwing around that you a lawyer. Yeah. Well, you have a well-whooped ass when you get off that flight. I have for a lawyer, I have for the biggest, blackest niggas you ever seen. I mean, I give you the drink, all right. You miss your drink because you eyes shut. I try not to be. Like, stuff like that, it never, like, it never,
It's just entitled people, and it grinds my gears, and the way I deal with it, I just, I stay away, for one, and if they catch me and I'm the one that they want to complain to, I literally look at them, and I hear their concern, and I walk away. That's it. Because I could be going 150 if I wanted to, and don't care about, what the consequences are, because you're not going to treat me like I'm some second-class citizen. And I tell people all the time, like, you think I'm here to serve you this water. No, I'm here for your safety, because I guarantee you if this shit catch on fire, who going to get you out of here?
Right. That's true.
In 90 seconds or less.
That's true. That's true, because if I ever had your occupation and some shit go down and start, I'm going to save myself.
That's what I'm like, you think I'm here to serve you a Coke and a water? No. I tell people all the time, I'm here for your safety. That is just extra. Right.
Right. And don't be treated the police. We ain't gonna get in. I ain't gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it. But yeah, these, people who make people's job difficult, or I don't know what's wrong with my speech today.
You upset.
I am. My mind be going like this in the mouth. But no, like it's a special place in hell for people who make people's work environments like uncomfortable, difficult, just downright unfair, and all of this other stuff like that. Like it doesn't get to me like it once was, because like I told you, like when I go to work, I'm able to flip the switch. Like one thing that I have learned versus when I first got into corporate America, I changed my dialect. Yeah. I changed my verbiage. I changed, literally during the week, I'm, hair in a bun type of thing. Now, literally, I started this job 42-inch braids and long ass lashes. Yeah. And my lips are a different color every fucking day. Literally everything with the dress code. I don't wear black. I don't wear, I wear literally colorful things and all of this other stuff. And I'm working around, young white men who some are younger than me, some are older than me, but they don't look at me for me. And that's fine, because you don't write my checks. I really don't care what y'all do, how y'all think, as long as you keep it respectful. Mm-hmm. You keep it disrespectful, then Toy's going to have a moment and your ass is going to HR. I'm going to HR. You think a girl, a Karen? That Karen, I'm the Karen of HR. Your ass will be in HR so quick you wouldn't even know. Oh my goodness. I'm a per my last email type of bitch.
That's my favorite line. Per my last email.
But so far with this crew, I haven't had to, bring out my, hat, strong black woman, aggressive hat. But it's still, whatever.
I think we need a break after that. Mm-hmm. Because that is too much for me. I did not know all that was going on. That's just crazy to me. All right, y'all. We'll take a break and we'll be back. Y'all, we had to take a much needed break, but our break got like got a little deeper than we wanted it to get, but
very, very, we hit on an array of things. And one thing that stuck out and pierced my soul was this toxic femininity word that I see brewing around.
Yeah, apparently there's a whole Twitter thread about toxic femininity. I didn't think that it was a real thing. I heard my friend say it a couple weekends ago, but we thought it was like a joke, but apparently it's a real thing, because I don't have a Twitter. So, But I think it's a real thing. And I can see why it's a real thing, though.
I can see, because of course, one of the young men was 24, and clearly that's like a 10-year age gap for us. And, we're all still in the same dating pool. Well, we're all in the dating pool, but the mindset of it's just 10 years and this toxic femininity is a thing. So it's shaming men for having feminine traits or characteristics.
What they're considering feminine traits, because they're not really feminine. Like,
they're not.
They can't blow their hookah in the phone taking a video. They can't apparently go to the gym. He said some girl told him he was sassy for going to the gym. Mm-hmm. Drinking wine. Mm-hmm. What else is something?
If you get fruit and produce or something like that.
Yeah. Or if you get a fruity drink. Yeah. If you go get your nails done. Yeah. Which, I mean, you can get a buff to shine. You can get a clear coat. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But apparently the Gen Z, I don't know what they are. Yeah. It's saying that it's sassy, which means that it's too feminine for a man to be doing these types of things.
And we hate toxic masculinity. So the fact that you little young hoes out there are pretty much shaming these men for doing, I think he said what? He was sipping on a strawberry lemonade
from Wendy's,
and he was called sassy. Do you know how good the motherfuckers are? And don't put a little vodka, whatever. But it's the fact that that's now becoming a thing. I don't know what to do no more. Yeah. I don't know.
And did she say something like, you can't laugh? You got to chuckle? You got to... He showed us a reel of this girl on a podcast saying these types of things. So something about you couldn't laugh. As a man, you can't laugh.
I don't like it. I'm sorry.
It's weird.
It's very weird, because where do you get the audacity to tell, like, y'all are making this a thing, and now you're wondering, like we said, it's literally, we're finding every reason now to not need each other. Yeah. To not want to be against each other. I can't sip a fucking mojito.
Oh, they can't
I'm
drink
sorry.
mimosas.
The man
can't drink mimosas. That's what she said.
I'm not like come on, y'all. Like what? Like this will never that would never make sense to me.
No, none of it makes sense. But I think too that it's changing these men from being being themselves for one and wanting to be like real men. Like for instance, the same guy, he was saying about how we brought up the subject of like taking the trash out when you at a woman's house. And not to say that gender roles are this huge thing, but it's like myself personally, and y'all know I've said this many times, I'm very traditional. If a man comes to my house and my trash is full, you better take it out.
You gotta take it out because 9 times out of 10, yeah, you gotta take it
out. And I make that clear and I make that known that that's my expectation. Now, am I offended when he like, you need to cook for me? Yeah, I am, because for me, taking the trash out is just something because you at my house. To me, it's not necessarily a gender role because I take my own trash out because I live by myself. But if you come to my house and you see my trash full, I expect you to take it out. If I choose to cook for you, then yes, I do that. If you choose to cook for me, I feel like it's give and take. That's all I'm saying. I think there's a lot of give and take in being a man and being a woman. And there is a way to get away from gender roles, but it's more so like, don't tell me you not doing something because if you do something else, you too sassy if you're doing that. I think the whole toxic masculinity and toxic femininity is making people not do certain things.
Yep.
I think that's more so what it is.
And I also think we're comparing apples and oranges.
Yeah.
Women are apple, men are oranges. You taking the trash out? Oh, you take my trash out? Huh? Why is it a tit for tat thing? Yeah. Stop being tit for tat with me, nigga. Yeah. And these women, like, stop trying to nitpick and tell a man literally how to be a man, because opening the doors, taking out trash, I've never had that problem. And now to see that, this young man told us literally, oh, if I come over a woman's house and the garbage is full, I'm not taking it out.
If I don't use it, I'm not taking it out.
If I don't use it, I'm not taking it out.
If I throw something away, then I'll take it out.
Ladies, are y'all literally letting them come over and use your utilities and your energy and your shelter?
Your vagina?
And your vagina? Because if they coming over 9 times out of 10, if he coming over late, and then what? Y'all fucking. Don't look. Literally, like, this is a safe zone around here. You fucking the nigga and he ain't taking your trash out. You need to reevaluate some things that you got going on with yourself.
I have been saying this since the beginning of time. If you give a woman all these things, I guarantee you will not be disappointed. Mm-hmm. And I think that if people just don't try it out, you'll never know the outcome. They're trying to hang on to this, I don't want to do this because she doesn't do this for me, and what am I going to get out of the deal? And it's always this, what am I going to get out of it? Mm-hmm. And it shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't. And I was really disappointed to hear him say some of the things, just dating 24-year-old women in his age group, the way that these young ladies are acting. Because I didn't know it. Now I know these young girls. I know there's some pressure. There's some hell. You got to pay to play these days with these young ladies. And I knew that. But the being called sassy for getting a strawberry lemonade drink or something like this, or these women just literally saying they want scammers or they want niggas who can get rich money, or if you got a 9 to 5,
then you sassy. If you handed them a credit card and not cash, you sassy. It's weird.
Y'all, young ladies, I'm scared. I'm scared.
And you know what? And there's somebody out there for everybody. There are niggas out here that don't even know what a bank account look like. And they got cash and they gonna throw it at you. Mm-hmm. But you can't call somebody else sassy because they know what a bank account is. Because at the end of the day, you need a bank account.
Some of y'all don't even know how to balance your checkbook. Heck, some of y'all don't even know. Checks did kind of. Some of these bitches don't even know how to write a check and all this other stuff like that. But they did kind of start becoming instinct around our. Yeah, that did.
And that's not something that we learned in school either. Right. Like my mom taught me how to write a check when I got my first job when I was 17. She taught me how to write in there and balance my checkbook, which now is all on the computer. Like you don't have to do all that. But there's certain things you need to know how to do just as a human being. If you need to write a check, you need to learn how to write it. We ain't going to Western Union.
Right.
And sending money and Cash App, all that shit. No. Learn how to appropriately have a bank account, send money. Because now bank accounts, you can have certain bank accounts where you actually earning money on the money you have.
That is true. That is true. These CD
you got your
accounts
shit under the
and
bed
things.
and shit.
Exactly. Y'all don't know shit about checks. Let a motherfucker pay you with one of them motherfuckers.
Okay. And you ain't gonna know what to do when you take that shit and try to cash it and the money ain't there. Then what you gonna do?
Oh my goodness. It's just, man, I'm finding, again, more reasons to not need each other.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a sad world. It is. I mean, I don't feel like we should need each other, but companionship is vital. We weren't made to be on this earth alone.
Right. And it's a beautiful thing if you want it. But I'm like, literally, it's like we're finding reasons to, and when I say not need each other, like you said, not have partnership. Mm-hmm. Finding more and more reasons why I'm happy alone, or I'm this, or people that are married. Everybody that's married ain't happy. And yeah, motherfucker, we know that. But there are some happy couples. Yeah. Being in a relationship. Yeah, some people, a lot of people. I mean, literally, you see these couples posting a lot of stuff be fake. Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, and it's nothing for us to speak on because we don't know what's up and what's down. We don't know what's fake and what's not. Right. We can't speak on their lives. So, and I think, of course, social media has a lot to do with it. They let us in their lives, and it's like they could be faking, like I think I talked about this before, how they make those little couple videos. And it's supposed to be like them pranking the other person. You could tell that it was a setup. Mm-hmm. I mean, but that's nothing for me to speak on because that's their relationship. And if people enjoy watching them and have fun just laughing at them, that's what it's for. It's not for you to speculate on whether they happy or not.
Exactly.
Or whether he really buying her gifts or she buying them for herself. Like exactly. that's not for us.
It's not for us. And I'm going to tell you something, how hard it is being in a relationship and maintaining a relationship. A lot of motherfuckers, if you can get a motherfucker to fake and do that, they got something there that's keeping them conjoined because you couldn't get a nigga to fake like he do anything these days, let alone fuck getting a ring. Just right. You gotta get a nigga to fake communicate. So if they can
damn
put
trash
a video,
out, apparently.
If you got enough footage with a nigga where you can edit some shit and smile and kiss and kudos to you.
No, seriously.
Kudos to you, because it ain't too many niggas out there faking that. So it's, man.
The world we live in is so different. And I didn't see it being this way.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is. And I don't know what as far as relationships, I don't know what's gonna come of this. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Damn. Everybody is so. Everybody. I was just say everybody jacking off. Everybody gonna be jacking off because she back there whacking. Oh my goodness, I don't know.
Yeah, I can't foresee the future of what, because it's bad now. Trying to date now is horrible. Yeah. And I get it. There's somebody for everybody, and not all the good men are taken. And there's somebody that if you just wait on and they'll come along. But it's just like, you ain't even going through the frogs no more. You're going through the fucking... I don't even know. What's worse?
Being a polywog. What's worse than abnormal shit?
Some nasty shit.
The frogs that's in the pond with the nuclear waste and they got like 3 eyes and 4 legs and shit. That's the fucking what you dealing with.
Okay, so we have a question coming from our producer. We're gonna see if y'all can hear her.
So since y'all feel like the dating pool has been diminished, do you feel like that led to like the uprising of like polygamy, like polyamorous relationships? Like, do you think that those two play a factor?
So yes and no for me. I feel like polygamy came about because people just want their cake and eat it too. I don't think necessarily that it was a bad dating pool. I think a lot of these polygamous people already had people that they were very happy with. And then they just wanted to basically find a new name for it being okay to cheat. That's just my honest opinion. What you think?
No, to answer your question, no. I don't think that contributes to the rise of polyamory and things of that nature. I do feel like, because of course, polygamy, and you have like those Mormons and people who believe it for religious purposes and things like that.
We're not talking about them.
Well, I feel like I just honestly feel like it's the society that we live in. Everything is literally open, free now. So it's like, hey, this is not working for me, and it's not working for a whole bunch of people. So let's just do this. Along with, hey, let's oh my goodness, what else are other marginalized groups that are different from societal norms? Like, they're being normal is now weird. So yeah. I'm like, I just honestly think it's just one of those things, just like in the last 15 to 20 years, just one of those things where it's like, man, this is a norm now. Just
Yeah.
because things are changing, the world is changing and stuff like that. But I'm like, shit.
Yeah, but the sucky dating pool had nothing to do with.
Yeah, I don't think
polygamy.
so. Because I don't want to. I'm in a sucky dating pool, and I wouldn't want to be in a polyamorous relationship.
And so you turning your face up, but the reason why I say that is because if the dating pool was so sucky, you wouldn't find multiple people that you could be with.
Exactly.
Because hell, the dating pool is so bad, you can't find one person.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you find multiple if the dating pool is so bad?
Fuck, I want to deal with two people for.
A lot of people actually are open to doing like just say.
But are they though? Are you? And you can be the most secure person, and you can have communication with your partner. But when you open up that Pandora's box, literally, which some people I know a successful polyamorous couple till this day. I know that I can't do it because it's still like, of course, there's always going to be somebody better. There's always going to be somebody more attractive. There's always going to be someone that maybe gives you more than what your partner can need. But like, at what point do you be like, okay, this is an open relationship. Everybody knows about everybody. Mm-hmm. But when you stop spending that time with me, or when you start confiding, I don't give a fuck, you man, woman, whatever. When your bitch start confiding in another motherfucker more than they do you, that shit hurts.
Yeah.
So,
it's human nature. I don't think polygamy is respective of human nature. I think you have to have a special mindset to be able to be in a polygamous relationship. But I think that has come gradually. I don't think it has anything to do with the dating pool. I think that, and London actually talked about this on I feel like he could talk about it a lot more because he said he would be open to being in a polygamous relationship. But I'm just like, when you care about somebody, you can't put that into 3 other people and let them put that into 2 other people and think that it's all equal. It's never going to be equal.
Never going to be equal.
Like, I never understood how somebody can say, I'm in love with 2 people. So
is monogamy becoming extinct? Because literally,
it ain't extinct, baby. Because if it's the last motherfucker on earth is me, it's gonna be me monogamous. Like, right. It ain't gonna never be extinct if it got to do something with me.
Or it's becoming because clearly polyamorous couple, they show you that, hey, just not being with one person forever or just being with one person, clearly it can happen. And say for instance you get married and your spouse dies, you're gonna be with somebody. You know what I'm saying? If y'all get married in a year into the marriage, this motherfucker died, you're going to be with. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, being with one person, we see that it can successfully happen where other people can be with other people together.
Well, and then do you
think that monogamy will become extinct? And given to what we just heard this 24-year-old say about niggas being sassy.
No, I think that maybe being asexual may become the new norm because of that, but I don't think polygamy. And then the thing about it is we're using the wrong term. So it's not polygamy, it's polyamory.
Yeah, polyamory.
So polygamy is when you literally are one person married to multiple people for the reasons of having multiple families. Mm-hmm. Polyamory is when all these people are in relationships with all these other people, right. And I got a husband and a boyfriend, and my boyfriend got a wife, right. And my wife and his wife got that's polyamory. Right. So I think that we definitely need to use the right term.
Definitely.
And so that's what I think about polyamory. Now polygamy I don't speak on because, like you said, it is a religious thing, mm-hmm. And to each his own. Mm-hmm. That's not my religion. That's why I don't go to Utah. Mm-hmm. Here we are. Mm-hmm. But no, I do not think that it will be extinct. If anything, I think that being asexual, and I'm not saying asexual means not having sex. Asexual just means that being a single person for everybody being single. I think that would become the norm more so than polyamory.
SZA said it best. I be so sick of you niggas. I be so sick of you, mother. Like, yeah, okay. I mean, baby, I'm not dealing with multiple people.
The hell no.
Besides me and like the 3 other voices in my fucking head.
And that's enough.
I get tired of my own self some goddamn time.
Tired of my own ass.
Exactly. You think I'm gonna fuck you and cook for you and do all this stuff? I'm not doing it.
Well, that's another thing. What are they contributing to those different types of relationships? And that's why I don't like to speak on things that I don't actively involve myself in, because I don't know how much they're giving themselves mm-hmm. to their husband and their boyfriend. Because I've seen people talk about it and they say, well, this is my husband and this is what is expected of our relationship. Mm-hmm. But he knows I have a boyfriend and this is what's our relationship. And it's just like, all the lines are blurred. Like, none of this makes sense. Nothing about this makes sense. And the reason, like, I don't think you should get married if you want to be polyamorous. because that denies the whole idea of marriage.
Well, you know, people look at marriage for security purposes, or like we said, you do not have to be married to be someone's beneficiary or to have, you know, conjoined assets or whatever, all this other stuff like that. But yeah, you know them couples in the club, they've been together 15 years and they want to come buy your ass a drink because they want to swing with you and shit like that. I mean, I don't, you know, I can see, but like you said, just hey, it's gonna be too many blurred lines, bro. I'm telling you, somebody gonna get hurt.
That's what I think.
Like you're opening up your, you know what I'm saying? It ain't that much security and communication in the motherfucking world.
We
had dinner at 8 and you don't want to go with me because you're going out with Susie? Huh? The fuck?
And we're thinking about that as two monogamous individuals.
We are.
And it's like we can't wrap our head around, you know, multiple people being that close to us. So I can see where we're like cutting it off because we don't really think that far. We think of being monogamous people, like we said last week. If we fucking and we go together. Like what? Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. Ain't no blurred lines.
Yeah,
like
don't ask me
stop
this
playing
question.
with me.
Fuck, don't ask me. You gotta ask somebody that, because like I said, I can respect. I know a polyamorous couple that is in a polyamorous relationship, and I see the dynamic, and it does work. And they have their little problems, but shit, what relationship don't got their little things? You know what I'm saying?
But they don't have problems about.
When they first got together, there was a lot of adapting as far as, you know, what are the parameters of this other person that you have the relationship.
It's an open relationship, but okay.
It's pretty much an open relationship.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So when they first got together, just kind of like fine lining those parameters and adjusting to what this partner does and what you want from this, and I kind of don't like that, like this, but like now it's like they got like schedules and shit. They know when they're gonna be with their other person. The woman, she doesn't want to know details of what she does, what he does with his partner. But like literally, he likes hearing what she does with her partner, and I'm like, that's so like. But I'm like, but I can understand. Like, still the foundation of a relationship: respect, loyalty, communication. They kind of put it out. They have it. They have it.
You know, there's some men that get turned on with a woman having sex with other men, and can watch and be turned on and never like want to be like involved in the actual act of sex, but like just watching is a turn on for them. So maybe in that instance, polyamory does what I don't know. Like I said, that's too far beyond my thinking that I can even like.
And we are admitting that we are admitting that we're not against it or anything like that. We don't know because it's just not our ministry.
Yeah.
If it's your ministry, we would love to hear about it, and you tell us, you know. Because I'm ignorant to it. I'll be the first to say it. So you ask me that fucking question, and you see me week after week talking about niggas and how much I feel like you kind of set me up.
How we go together and shit.
Exactly. And look how that's working out for me. I get excited coming to see you motherfuckers every.
Don't she? She always playing devil's advocate with me. If I have an opinion, she gonna make sure she asks the opposite question.
You know, I can't do no poly nothing. Poly pocket, nothing.
No, okay.
I can't do shit with a poly. Mono, one, singular, and I'm having problems finding that one.
Okay.
So if I have two, I can't.
See, that was the reason I asked, because I watched a video on Facebook, and the woman was like, so she had a husband and she had a boyfriend. She was married to her husband for 16 years, but she was with her boyfriend for 10. Mm-hmm. She had a boyfriend for 10 years and her husband for 16, but all of them would contribute to the household.
Okay.
So that was why I was asking, as far as like when you were like a security standpoint, I feel like 3 incomes in one household is probably how some people look at it. Like,
yeah, no. If you weren't having sex, then yeah, maybe. But all y'all fucking nah.
That emotional pot that you have to pour into. Yes. So much. The sexual pot. I'm not finna fuck. And then what if one dick is, you know, like way better than the other one? I can't.
And did the husband have somebody else?
Nope.
See?
Neither one of her, the husband or the boyfriend.
It's given that they wanted to both keep her, and that was the only way to keep her.
Damn, girl, you got some vibranium in that thing. Teach me what. I wouldn't even want 2 men. So, you know, again, like I said, this is not my ministry. more power to the people that do it. You know what I'm saying? That lady sounds like she really got a nice thing going on. Really, I mean, triple income, double dicks. Some men, 2 men.
Sound like she got the best of both worlds. She got the best thing going.
She got to seem like, you know what I'm saying? I
No
can see
power
how
to
it can
her.
definitely work. I just, you know, and maybe we need to get somebody on it.
Yeah, maybe we
They
should.
had kids. They had like 4 kids.
Her and the husband.
Her and her husband. Yep.
Was she allowed to have
They
kids with the boyfriend? Or she had to have abortions or
They
something?
didn't go into detail with that. They was just like that. They had to explain to their kids, like, okay, look, this is what me and your daddy about to start doing type thing, and yeah, because the boyfriend ended up moving in.
Oh hell no.
Yeah.
Now the husband is sassy at that point, cause you didn't let your motherfucking wife have a boyfriend and move that motherfucker in. No, now
You putting too much dip on your
put
chip.
your foot down.
Both of them was in there like building a bed together for one of the kids type thing, and they was just like, oh, Tony, pass me the.
Do they have threesomes?
For sure. I wouldn't be opposed to
It's
it.
given that that's his boyfriend too.
Yeah, I think that's
That's what it's
triple,
given. That's his
yeah.
boyfriend too.
Ain't no fun unless the husband gets. Why not? I don't know.
That story sound a little sketchy. It's different, like if everybody got somebody, but you mean to tell me the wife the only one with 2 people? Yeah, it ain't sound.
Relationships just take so much energy. Then you got relationships, then you got friendships, then you got family, then you got your kids, then you got your. I mean, I can't deal with no 2 niggas, man.
Yeah. But I'm also thinking about those people who always in a relationship have no problem finding somebody, have no problem getting it. Like as soon as they leave one relationship, they in the next one. Those are the type of people who could have multiple relationships,
That's
and
true.
that's something that they could do. Me, when I wake up some mornings, I don't like my own goddamn ass. Like sometimes I be rolling the roll over and be like, bitch, not today.
Exactly. Just please don't talk to me. Please.
Yeah.
Please. Okay. Ugh. Okay.
It's
Again.
far beyond I can comprehend.
Right.
I don't understand.
I don't, yeah, me neither. And I don't, and it's kind of like one of those things where I don't kind of want to. If that works for you, if that floats your boat, I love it.
Yeah. I wonder what would happen in that situation if she was to get pregnant by the boyfriend. Are they gonna, is it like everybody's kids we just gonna all frolic around this motherfucker like we just,
polygamy, which of course they would be married. That's what they,
yeah, but
so y'all sister, y'all brother husbands.
brother husbands.
Not sister.
Brother husbands.
Ooh, brother husbands. I just, and then the if you look at the shell of what an alpha male is,
Yeah.
I can't see another man
Oh,
with
no.
as an alpha male allowing that in the same house, knowing about it. So it's kind of like, what's going on here with this dynamic? Not saying that they are not alpha men or any, but I'm like, like them. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, and then, there's men that will say, yeah, they are alpha male and they would have 2 women, whether it's 2 girlfriends, a wife and a girlfriend. It's because they want their cake and eat it too. I've heard it out of somebody's own mouth.
They want their cake and eat it
They
too?
want their cake and eat it too. It's things that they receive from 2 different women that they wish if it was one person, then it would be perfect. But it's not like that.
I feel like if they had a perfect one person, they still will go somewhere else. For
Oh,
something
yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Y'all want to build a bear bitches. Y'all want to build some, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. That's why you get our producer clearly wants to build bitches.
Build a bitch.
And if you can't build one of them, why not make, hey, this one is the one who provides me emotional support. This is the one who we can just have so much fun.
To have
But
separate women to do each thing. Yeah. Yeah, that sucks.
do y'all be having enough money to afford this lifestyle?
That be the thing. It be the broke motherfuckers that be talking
Thank
about when they
you.
want multiples.
We finna live off love, a loaf of love.
Love.
Shit, you put that pay MLGNW with this shit, your lights are gonna be cut off.
Out. They gone.
But again, not my ministry. Never claimed it to be. So people who do it, more power to you. I don't think it's wrong. I just it's not for me, and I don't know.
Yeah.
From what I do know about it, it's it's a no for me.
Yeah, like one of the guys I dated. Not my monkey, not my circus.
That's it. That's it. That's it. And don't
Yeah.
make that. And please don't make this a thing in the comments. Please don't try to make this a thing of trying to get us to sway us. You can educate me, but look, I'm not gonna
the devil's advocate talking about don't be trying to sway us.
Don't
No,
sway
but
me.
like we do know that there are things that we are ignorant to, and it's not meaning that we don't want to know more. I don't really care to know more, but if it's something you want to educate us on about polyamory, then you're more than welcome to put that in the comments. Right. But if you have a problem with our opinion, that's not welcome in the comments.
Right. Correct us if we're wrong. We said that we're ignorant on some things, but this ain't finna be no, you know what I'm saying? Don't knock it till you try. Type
I mean, I don't respond, so you'll be talking to yourself anyway.
You will, and if I got time that day, I respond.
Whatever.
Because at the end of the day, it's gonna equate in probably both of us wasting our time.
Yeah, I'm not wasting my time. Your comment is your comment, and if you want to critique me on something I said, you can put it in the comments, and it's just gonna be sitting there, and you've been yelled at your damn self.
Or start your own podcast where you can formulate and talk about your own topics and opinion, motherfuckers. Because I'm still, I had it up to here with this opinion shit.
Yeah,
like in just society in general, this opinion, or just because you can move your thumbs to literally type a statement that you think is like the holy grail of the Bible verse.
Yeah.
Of, I mean, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a motherfuck. Like literally, like you can't tell me where you're wrong and this. Okay. Yeah. I could be wrong on this, but make sure we're staying on logic and fact and not emotion.
Wrong on the facts, not wrong on my opinion.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. And if I'm wrong on something I said within the last maybe 15 minutes dealing with this polyamory discussion, you can correct me on that, and I will you know what I'm saying? I will acknowledge that, but it's still like at the end of the day, when you correct me, I'm probably not gonna be more prone to be like, oh man, you know what? I was wrong. Let me look into that. I'm not fucking faux niggas. I'm not talking to faux niggas. I'm not loving faux niggas. I don't even want to know faux niggas and their mamas. Oh my God. It's just, I would like to know how you bitches do this though. Just that alone.
That's interesting. You know, like, I mean, honestly, if there is somebody that is polyamorous and you want to break down the facts to us of how it works emotionally, that's really what we're looking for. Because I just don't see how you can give all of yourself to multiple people. Like, it just doesn't, it doesn't make any sense to me. Somebody's lacking.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe they're not wanting more.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're in a situation where you got a wife and a girlfriend and they both want all of you, it's impossible. Mm-hmm. It's impossible to do that.
I was dating 3 niggas at once and that shit was exhausting. It wasn't because I, would mistakenly maybe call them the wrong name or something. It's just the time, energy, and effort. And so I'm like, you know what, fuck this shit. It's not you, it's me. I'm just gonna go, like, I can't do this shit. So, but again, that's just me. That's just me.
This conversation went left to right.
Cause she asked us that fucking.
She did ask us
She threw us that fucking curveball, and she see us sit up here week after week talking about she threw us that fucking curveball.
Yeah.
But that was good though. That's good. That was good. Stupid. You kind of threw me for a loop with that one. That was good.
Got somebody to play devil's advocate on you.
Sure did. Because when she asked me that, I was like,
yeah, you definitely did. You was like, you didn't have nothing to say. Yeah,
I didn't.
You was real quiet. You had nothing to say.
It ain't too many times where I ain't got nothing to say.
It ain't too many. It ain't too many.
Bitch slipped me up.
Damn.
It happens. Oh my goodness. Well.
I feel like that's it though.
I feel like that's it. I feel like we've hit on so many things today.
No, seriously. We went from politics to polyamory.
Politics to polyamory. That's gotta be the topic. That's you over here, everything in between. Cause y'all have sent me. Y'all have sent me today. I'm like literally finna go home and go to bed.
Child, you was doing it anyway.
Yeah, it was.
Anyways, we love you guys. We hope that you like this episode. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe to the YouTube. We are still trying to get to 1,000 followers. We are upping our views. We're almost 500 followers, so we want you to add your subscription as well. Make sure you follow the Instagram. We do post there occasionally. Sometimes it gets a little sketchy, but it's there. We'll catch you guys next week. Bye.
This is the Spotlight Podcast Network.